Hi again, and welcome to this video where I talk about the blueprint that we need to follow to transform the system. And I made this recording and these slides, slides when I was watching the thinking game, the Google DeepMind CEO Demis Hassabis story on how he brought together a lot of technical people to explore the intelligence. And I feel there's a lot to learn from different stories we see around us. And no one is necessarily evil, and therefore, uh, yeah, except few, some might say. So yeah, so not majority of them are not necessarily evil, and everybody has good intentions, and it's good to learn from their stories and see how we can use them for our own projects and moonshots that we want to do. And here I'm of course talking about changing the economic system. So this is a project to recode our economic system for a more trustful, more joyous, and system that, flourishes the human potential within us. So let's dig in. So, so Demis Hassabis was really training to be a chess champion, and yeah, I don't want to spoil the movie. I mean, there's nothing like a spoiler in it, but it's a nice movie if you want to watch it. The Thinking Game. So yeah, I think he saw a glimpse of this intelligence in these machines, which could play chess because he was training so hard for chess, and he saw a machine was playing really well when he was small, and he then made his life purpose to explore this intelligence that is trying to come out of the machine. So, like, artificial general intelligence became the singular vision, and yeah, and then because he loved games, so of course he wanted to build it out through gaming. So, yeah, from simple games to building blocks of life. So, their strategy was clear: start with a defined problem, master it, scale the intelligence to tackle humanity's biggest questions. And of course, they did. From, yeah, Go, you saw how AlphaGo won against the Go champion, and then they cracked the protein folding problem. So, yeah, it's a super success story, and for which he won the Nobel Prize. Uh, so, what I think now is what is our problem is the economic system. And our lives are guided by basically a deep, quiet fear of survival, because we all need money to survive. This fosters suspicion, limits our courage, and traps us in boring routine jobs that are smaller than we are. I think each one of us has a huge potential, and this pressure of survival and this need to earn money, this is just, you know locking us into these boring routine jobs which are not really meant for each of us. If there was more freedom, and I'm sure everybody would have done different things. But yeah, it's, yeah, just hold on to this. Yeah, how it would be, and we will see, we'll explore, and we'll lay down the foundations. So this is the problem we are starting with. So I see the solution uh, in a timeless wisdom. Age old practices like Vipassana meditation, I think, offer a blueprint for transformation. So, this is not my idea, and this is all borrowing. I'm borrowing ideas from Vipassana meditation. So, in what happens in Vipassana, they provide a method to observe reality clearly and release the fear, the craving, the aversion that drive our current system. So, Vipassana meditation is targeted at uh, our own internal suffering. And I don't think it's any different from the suffering that we have in the economic system. So, our internal suffering, Buddha says, is because of intense cravings and aversions that we have for different things. And when we crave so strongly for something, and when that goes away, we suffer. When we don't want something, and then that is coming in, we suffer. And what's coming and going is is a constant process. Reality is always coming and going through you, different feelings, different sensations, different thoughts, and therefore do not try to crave or averse different things. Let the flow be. Observe reality as it is. And this was the timeless wisdom. And I feel the same is happening with the economic system. When a business is running, like it serves the customers, the people around you, there's a flow of money happening through it. And naturally, because of the concept of money itself, there's a huge craving for more and more of this money. So, more and more of profit that you can keep for yourself from this flow. And this creates suffering in the entire system. So, I think I'm learning here from two important things. One is the Vipassana meditation that I just described, and the other is how did the journey to AI or AGI, how did this group of small technical people start their journey? If you see the movie, it's beautiful how yeah, just two three founders tried to convince yeah, a lot of top researchers to get together and yeah, to let to go for a super intelligence, like they call it, like a Manhattan level project, the for yeah, that was for atomic bombs and stuff, but it was such a huge project and a huge vision. And I don't think our vision is any less than that. We want to transform our economic system. Maybe money goes away and there's a new evolution that happens, a new system. And yeah, yeah, their AGI and our world without money. These are two big, huge goals, like the moonshots. And yeah, if they could do it, we can do it as well. So DeepMind's goal is a super intelligence to serve humanity. Our goal is super cooperative system to free humanity. The aim is the same, to unlock a better future. So from inner wisdom to an economic model, observe reality with equanimity, let go of craving. That is the core idea of Vipassana. I think we need to learn from it, and what is we learn from it is maybe, yeah, operate with stability and let go of profit. Not exactly my words. The AI summarized it this way, but let's go with it for now. So we apply this internal practice to the external world. The core discipline is releasing the relentless pursuit of profit, the economic equivalent of craving. We call it the zero profit model. And it is to be applied in the food sector. And I will give all the reasons why. And therefore, the solution is a zero profit grocery store to begin with. It's the starting point. So, yeah, our Atari game, like Atari game was the first like thing that these scientists who gathered, whose vision was, super intelligence. They began with these things like small Atari games to, make AI play, train. So yeah, ignore the first line here. Neu has grotesque display. I don't know. It's just a notebook LM thing. It messes up the slides sometimes. But yeah. So the Atari game for us is the zero profit grocery store. We need to build this initial thing, and then, yeah, let's go backward into the supply chain and transform the food sector and therefore the economic system at whole. Let's go into it slowly, but food is the fundamental shared experience of our economic lives. Be it rich, be it poor, everybody needs food. And this is the most fundamental transaction in the economic system. Everybody does this transaction. So it is the fertile ground for our practice, the equivalent of body sensation in meditation. This is where we begin. So, yeah, we have to start at this level. And from a single store to a new food system. So, start small, prove the model, gather a community, grow into a network, and ultimately transform the foundation of our economy. This is the game plan here. So, yeah, to transform our economic system, yeah, as I say again, I don't believe in telling the government no one listens to us. I don't believe in policy changes and stuff. If they listen, it's great. They can, yeah, I don't know, support this movement in some way. I don't believe in protests and, violent takedown of millionaires, billionaires, or whatever it is. I believe in working silently and quietly and starting our small revolution, which will I know gather exponential momentum at some point. And just like, yeah, the AI thing is in its exponential hockey stick phase right now that we are witnessing, this too will reach uh, that level of yeah, cause an exponential change in the entire way we work with the economy. We will The whole society will start questioning the concept of money itself, and we will reach there. And this is the humble beginnings of it. And uh, one of the reasons I'm making this video is to gather at least the initial set of people who I can work with and kickstart this vision, and to lay the foundations. And yeah, just start and see. Let the experiment start. A zero profit grocery store. That's all we want. What force are we summoning into the world? Not atomic power, not artificial intelligence. Trust. We are building a system where trust, joy, and courageous living can emerge naturally. A system designed to remove fear and prove that we can rely on each other. Yeah, in the broad overall sense, if you question, because I talked about two huge projects. One is this huge project for atomic bomb, the Oppenheimer movie. The first one comes from the Oppenheimer movie, and the second, the Thinking Game, the artificial intelligence movie, and then I think we'll have a movie built around our own ideas, like how we build trust in this world, in this economic system. Yeah, how do we build trust? Right now it is through money, but we need to let go of these crutches. Yeah, money are crutches where we use that to trust each other, and these banking systems, and yeah, cryptographic signatures and stuff. But we need to grow into a world where, yeah, this trust, joy, and courageous living can emerge naturally, you know. A world with its potential unleashed, where our work is our passion, where technology serves us without threat, where our lives are guided by purpose, not by fear of survival. Yeah, imagine a world like that. This requires the passionate and the visionary. Like all great undertakings, this is a mission that requires unique combination of minds and hearts. We are seeking co-conspirators, so join us. Join the experiment. The first pop-up grocery store is our AlphaGo. It is where we learn, adapt, and begin the journey. So let's build it together. And if you want more details on why should we really start with the zero profit grocery store, you can look at other videos that are published on this channel, where I deep dive into how we can use the ancient wisdom of, uh, I would say Eastern philosophy, or I don't know what, like how to transform a human being. There's an ancient wisdom on how to do that, and we can learn from that as well, those stories. As you can see, I'm trying to learn from different stories out there in the world, and we can take things from each story and use it to transform our world. And yeah, perhaps the biggest story is why the zero profit grocery store, why this idea. And all other stories are, of course, like, yeah, trying to make sense. This is like, this grocery store will be our AlphaGo, and soon we will reach the AGI moment where, there will be a world without money and stuff. But yeah, I will try to explain each part of this story. But yeah, this video was just kind of like trying to make sense, like it's an analogy, uh, because most of us are witnessing the AI revolution, and therefore, yeah, we it's good to know how it started in a small room with very few people, and they're doing different experiments, and yeah, now look where it is. So, yeah, never underestimate humble small beginnings, and a first pop-up grocery store, not even a real grocery store. I'm asking for just a, I mean, not asking them, maybe we can just experiment with the pop-up grocery store, which is zero profit, and look at the curiosity people have when we say, maybe, yeah, just we will refund you if at all we make any profit. And yeah, maybe there's a question mark on people's faces, and yeah, why and stuff like this, and they can visit our website to see why we do it. And yeah, in other videos I'll explain actually really why, and why it makes sense. So we need to build it together. Thank you. The last slide, I need to change a lot of things. I don't have a proper website, uh, so yeah, let's see. But okay, see you next time. Ciao, bye.